the United States still leads the global market, and not by accident. Welcome to Quicklet, where we turn complex, high-impact topics into clear, sharp insights you can absorb fast. From economics to psychology to technology, we unpack the world in a way that sticks with you. So if you want to think bigger, smarter, and more globally, hit that subscribe button, tap like, and drop a comment below on what surprised you most in today's video. Let's explore what really keeps America at the top of the global economy, and why that position isn't going away anytime soon. First, consider the raw numbers. The United States has a GDP of over $27 trillion. That's more than the entire economies of Japan, Germany, and the UK, combined. Even though China is close in terms of purchasing power parity, it still trails in nominal GDP, which is what truly drives global markets. But GDP is just the headline. The depth of the American economy lies in its innovation engine. The world's most valuable companies, mostly American: Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Tesla. These aren't just successful businesses, they're global infrastructures. And they all started in the same economic soil, one that encourages risk, rewards innovation, and protects ideas through intellectual property laws. America's financial system is another unmatched asset. The US dollar is the backbone of global trade, involved in nearly 90% of international transactions. It's the world's reserve currency, giving the US massive soft power. When things get shaky around the globe, wars, inflation, market crashes, where does the money go? The dollar. Always the dollar. And then there's the Federal Reserve. Love it or hate it, the Fed gives America the ability to respond rapidly to economic shocks. Think of 2008. Think of COVID-19. The US launched massive stimulus programs, adjusted interest rates, and kept financial markets from collapsing while many other countries struggled just to stay afloat. That's monetary power on a scale few others can match. Now, let's look at entrepreneurship. The US is a startup superpower. It leads in venture capital, tech accelerators, and early-stage funding. Entrepreneurs in the US aren't just dreaming, they're building with access to tools and networks that are light years ahead of most countries. Why does that matter? Because innovation is the heartbeat of future dominance. Today's garage startup could be tomorrow's global titan, and in the US, that story plays out again and again. But economic strength isn't just about money. It's about people. The US draws talent from every corner of the world. Scientists, engineers, founders, doctors, many of them aren't born in the US, but they come here to thrive. This diversity of talent fuels creativity, competition, and flexibility, traits that keep the American economy responsive and resilient. Meanwhile, countries like Japan and Germany face shrinking populations and labor shortages. Even China, despite its massive population, is facing demographic decline. The US, through immigration and opportunity, stays younger, faster, and more adaptive. Now, all of this isn't to say America's economy is flawless. It has massive debt, rising inequality, political dysfunction, real issues. But its structural strengths, innovation, finance, human capital, global influence, remain uniquely powerful. It's like a ship that may sway during storms, but its design keeps it moving forward. And that's why, despite all the headlines and fears of decline, the United States still sets the tone for the global economy. It builds the platforms. It writes the code. It prints the money. It attracts the talent. And when the world looks for direction, economically, financially, or technologically, it still turns to America. So if this video gave you new insight into how the world economy really works, don't let that spark fade. Like this video, subscribe to Quicklet, and comment below. Do you think the US will stay at the top for the next 20 years? Or is a shift coming? At Quicklet, we're not just explaining the world, we're helping you think differently about it. So stick with us, and let's keep exploring the big ideas, one smart insight at a time.